So, hi everyone, welcome to my channel. This is Russ, and I am a data scientist here in Germany. So, as you've read in the title, I develop an app in less than a day without any app development experience. So, no React, no JavaScript, no UI, UX background. So coming from pregnancy and delivering a baby, yes, I have a baby now. That's why I took some pause here in YouTube. But yeah, coming from pregnancy and having a baby, I kind of gained some weight and now I want to be fit again and I want to lose that weight. And of course, going to the gym is not feasible anymore. So I wanted to actually have an app that kind of like be my online coach, or an app that can, count reps with me, count the sets that I make, or kind of like cheer me up or guide me what exercise to do next, or something like that. Just a simple app. So I really search a lot of apps in App Store, for example, and I've encountered a lot of apps, or fitness apps, but the problem is that they are bundled with other features that I also don't need, and more features means it's also quite expensive too. So you know what, I decided to maybe, how about I create my own app? Of course I can watch a YouTube video and follow that YouTube video. That's also almost the same thing, but as hard-headed as I am, I chose the most difficult way, which is creating an app. As I've said in the intro, I am a data scientist. I'm not an app developer, so I have no idea what programming language to use, database I know, but like how about the UI? I'm kind of lost how to begin. And so that's why I came across vibe coding. So it's a software development approach that heavily relies on AI. So for example, you just really create a prompt. So you have a prompt, for example, I want to build an app, blah, 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 that does this, blah, blah, blah. And then the, AI agent does all of the coding for you. It develops, so it makes the files for you, the codes, the structures, everything. So it's kind of like a magic almost. Essentially, vibe coding is like you describe the behavior of the software and the AI does this for you. So before I tell you the advantages and disadvantages of vibe coding, let me show you the app that I created. It's very, very simple. So you can select all the workouts here, or workout plans here. You can edit the workout, you can delete the workout, and here you can really set how many sets you want, how many reps, what's the rest time, and then also the count and interval. And then you can check all of the exercises within the workout plan. And yes, and then you can then begin, and it counts with you. So it shows you what exercise it is, how many sets, and then it just counts with you. Then you can pause, you can restart the set, and you can also stop, and it goes back to the home page. And then you can also create your customized workout plan. So if you don't like the workouts or the existing workouts that's already there, you can also add your own workout plan. Then of course you can add more exercise as you want, and you can cancel or you can save that workout plan. So this is the app. It's quite simple actually. And of course, you can also view the history. So my experience in doing vibe coding is quite interesting. So I have like really positive experiences because, it's very fast. You can create an app in less than a day. Like what? It's amazing. And also the AI or the, AI agent really is exceeding beyond my expectations. So it's able to follow my instructions, and also it can suggest more improvements on the app. It's very proactive in suggesting features and capabilities of the app, so which is quite amazing too. And of course, like, it's not perfect yet, so it builds an app, and then if you want changes in your app, there are changes on the features of the app, like easily AI also does this for you, and it's really kind of amazing. So those are like the positive experience I've got from vibe coding. But then there's also like, concerns. One concern I have is really the potential security issues, because during vibe coding, you instruct the AI to do or build you an app, and of course it has to install packages, right? The thing is, you don't know these packages. For example, I don't know what packages the AI installing. So I am very vulnerable, and I'm allowing the AI to install it on my local machine. So it is concerning, and it can really, it can download malware, for example, that can compromise your laptop. So there's something. The second thing that I notice is that it duplicates codes, and sometimes the structure is messy. It has, for example, in my experience, I have this one big file that contains almost 2,000 lines of codes, and everything is in there. So coding wise, it's not very smart to do, because you actually want a modular type where there are smaller files, and each file corresponds to a specific function. And in my experience, the AI didn't do that for me, so it's quite overwhelming to actually read all of these files. But you cannot read 2,000 lines of codes. Well, you can, but it depletes the purpose of creating a fast application, right? So that's something. And also, there is a lack of testing in the app. So you really discover so I discovered a lot of bugs in the features. And yeah, there's a reason why a lot of softwares takes time to develop, is because they're really testing it properly. In this case, no one tests it, right? So only you, the user, who can actually kind of test it when you discover that the button doesn't really does what it's supposed to do. So those are the disadvantages I experienced while doing vibe coding. And of course, I think these disadvantages can be mitigated. I didn't put so much effort in actually writing the tasks and so on. So probably if I put so much more effort in, giving my instructions, then probably I will have a lesser problem, the convoluted codes or the buggy features. But that's my fault. Anyway, so those are the negative experience that I've got. So my opinion about it so far is mixed. So I have positive opinions and also negative opinions about it. So positive is that, well, I'm really amazed of what these agents can do, what these AI agents can do. Opportunities, so much opportunities. For example, if you're developing an MVPs, so it can really turn your visions into a tangible product. In my case, it is really perfect for hyper personalizing a product. So, you can just create the features that you need, right? So it's perfect for hyper personalization. But also, as I've mentioned earlier, there are also some issues, security issues. It's always present if you use LLMs, right? But for me, it's kind of scary to just download the package and not knowing what it does. The AI can really download the malware and compromise your laptop, and also some ethical concerns. For example, what about the traditional coding experience? A lot of people really studied hard to code, and then here's this AI who can do all of the things in minutes. So that's something. What harm can it make on the people who are just studying, let's say, computer science or programming, and still beginners? But I don't know, that's just my concerns a bit. And I think this concern is since the beginning of AI, right? Will AI really replace programmers, or will AI replace your job? Something like that. How about the people who are creating products for a living? What will happen to them, right? So these are the issues that I'm thinking while doing the vibe coding. And yes, so overall, it's amazing. I want you to try it too, and let me know what are your thoughts about it.